Hey ARMY, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel, the place you come to when you don't want to miss a single move from the BTS members. So here's the thing. Twitter, X, and Threads have been on fire lately over one moment that made ARMY hearts everywhere skip a beat. Jungkook, BTS's golden magne, was caught on camera by fans casually walking around Paris, France. And what's making this so big is that it wasn't a stage moment, and it wasn't at some official press event either. This was a deeply personal moment. Jungkook just being himself, walking through the fashion capital of the world with zero expectation that he'd be surrounded by hundreds of fans within minutes. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what happened, why this video went viral so fast, how ARMY around the world reacted, and most importantly, how this moment connects to the much bigger schedule BTS has going on in Paris right now that's got all of Europe buzzing. So if you're curious, stick around till the end, because there's a bonus update on BTS's upcoming schedule that you'll definitely want to write down. Oh, and before we continue, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss any hot BTS and Jungkook updates. Alright, let's get into it. So for those who don't know yet, BTS is currently in the middle of a pretty packed international schedule, and one of the key stops on that schedule is Paris, France. All 7 members, RM, Jin, Suga, jhope, Jimin, V, and of course Jungkook, have reportedly regrouped to prepare for a massive show called Ararang, set to be held at Stade de France, one of the most iconic venues in Europe. This is clearly not just any ordinary visit. Stade de France is a world-class venue usually reserved for major international football matches and concerts by the biggest names on the planet. So if BTS is performing there, that tells you their level has gone way beyond just being a K-pop boy band. They're now being placed in the same category as some of the world's biggest superstars. A few days before the big day, the members were seen taking things a bit easier. They were staying at a hotel in central Paris, and were spotted coming and going a few times for various reasons: training, hitting the gym, or just walking around and soaking in the city. And it's during these day-off moments before a big show that the sweet little incidents like the one we're talking about today tend to happen. Why do I call it sweet? Because unlike official schedules that are usually tightly guarded by security teams, these relaxed, unscripted moments are exactly what ARMY is always hoping to catch. In moments like these, we get to see a more natural side of Jungkook. No choreography, no script, just him as a regular person enjoying some downtime in one of the most romantic cities in the world. And it turns out ARMY's instincts weren't wrong. Because a few days ahead of that big show, one of Jungkook's personal moments in Paris got caught on a fan's camera, and it spread like wildfire across social media. Okay, now let's get into the heart of the story. So this viral moment happened right after Jungkook finished having dinner at a restaurant in Paris. It looked like a totally relaxed moment. He'd just finished eating and stepped out of the restaurant with easy, unhurried steps, the way someone looks when they've just enjoyed a laid-back meal with no pressure at all. But the second he stepped through that door, the scene changed completely. Outside, a crowd of fans had already gathered, waiting. It's not entirely clear how they knew the exact location, but one thing's for sure. ARMY's instincts are always razor-sharp when it comes to knowing where their idol is. And what made this moment even sweeter is that Jungkook didn't rush to hide or dash straight into a car. Instead, he took a moment to wave at the fans who'd been waiting for him. That wave might seem like such a small thing, right? Just a simple hand wave. But for ARMY, it's so much more than a simple gesture. It's a symbol of just how close Jungkook remains to his fans, even with thousands of kilometers of physical distance and completely different languages and cultures separating them. That one wave was enough to make the whole moment feel personal and warm. This short video was captured by a local photographer who happened to be at the scene and posted it on social media. And like always, the moment any Jungkook footage surfaces, within minutes it gets reposted across every platform: Twitter/X, Threads, TikTok, Instagram, all of it. Some big fan accounts even went as far as doing frame-by-frame breakdowns of the clip, analyzing his facial expression, his walk, even what he was wearing that night. Here's the interesting part. Even though Jungkook's full official schedule in Paris hasn't been fully confirmed in detail by his agency, personal moments like this are proof that he still makes time to connect with his fans, even if it's just through small gestures like a wave. It's exactly the kind of thing people mean when they say classic Jungkook move, humble, down to earth, but still leaves an impression. Once this video started spreading, ARMY's reaction around the world was explosive. Comment sections across every platform filled up with thousands of comments within a very short time. Some wrote about how his presence still feels captivating no matter where he is. Others said they got emotional over nothing more than a brief wave. Plenty of people commented that even his casual look walking around the streets of Paris looked more striking than a professional photo shoot. This clearly shows just how massive the loyalty and enthusiasm of the BTS fanbase is, especially when it comes to Jungkook. Even the simplest moment can trigger a massive wave of reaction from the international fan community. This phenomenon isn't exactly new in K-pop, but for BTS specifically, the level of enthusiasm is on a completely different scale. The phenomenon of fans gathering not just for official events, but also for an idol's personal outings, has become its own kind of culture within the international K-pop fandom. BTS members themselves are often cited as symbols of K-pop's global influence, since even their private activities draw massive attention from local fans in major cities all over the world. For Jungkook specifically, he's known as an artist whose appeal goes far beyond music. It extends into fashion and lifestyle too. The fact that videos of his everyday life recorded abroad spread so fast without any official promotion at all says a lot about just how much global recognition he has, and how strong and united his fandom really is. This is also why a lot of international K-pop media outlets picked up this story, because moments like these indirectly serve as an indicator of just how much influence an idol has on the global stage. If a simple hand wave can become headline news across multiple platforms, that tells you the person's level of fame is genuinely on a whole different tier. Now here's something worth pausing on for a second. Why do moments like this, something that seems as small as someone walking out of a restaurant and waving, end up going viral and capturing the attention of millions of people? The answer is actually pretty simple, because moments like this feel authentic. Unlike content that's carefully prepared for the camera, like fan meetings, concerts, or press conferences, a candid moment like this shows the real, unfiltered, unscripted side of an idol. And for fans, these human moments are often the most precious, because they make people feel closer to the person they've admired through the stage and the screen. There's also the rarity factor. Fans don't get the chance to catch their idol on camera outside of official schedules every single day. So whenever an opportunity like this comes up, the footage instantly becomes treated like a treasure worth spreading and discussing together within the community. Another factor is community pride. When a K-pop idol is shown being so respected and celebrated even in a city like Paris, a global center of fashion and culture, it becomes a kind of validation for fans that their idol truly has worldwide influence, not just popularity within a certain circle. The combination of these three things, authenticity, rarity, and community pride, is exactly why candid videos like this always have such explosive reach on social media, sometimes even outperforming professionally produced content. Now, this personal moment of Jungkook's is really just the opening act to something much bigger. As mentioned earlier, the main reason BTS is in Paris right now is to prepare for their massive show at Stade de France. This is no ordinary performance. Stade de France is one of the largest and most prestigious venues in Europe, with a capacity of tens of thousands of people. If BTS is holding an event there, that's solid proof of just how far their influence in the international music scene reaches, not just across Asia, but right at the heart of Europe. Interestingly, in the days leading up to the event, the members have been seen keeping things fairly relaxed, training at the hotel gym, casually walking around the city, and enjoying meals at local restaurants. This shows that even while preparing for a massive performance, they're still trying to keep a healthy balance between hard work and rest. For any ARMY who happens to be in Paris or planning a trip there soon, this is definitely exciting news, since the chances of running into a BTS member during one of these relaxed moments are much higher than on a regular day. And of course, as the show date gets closer, ARMY's anticipation and excitement around the world keeps climbing. It's not just about the performance on stage. It's also about all those little behind-the-scenes moments that are likely to keep popping up as the big day approaches. If we look a bit deeper, moments like this actually reflect something much bigger about BTS's current standing in the global music industry. After going through so many different chapters, from their debut to their phenomenal comeback eras to each member's period of mandatory military service, BTS has now reunited and is continuing their journey with an even bigger international agenda than before. The fact that they can go straight into performing at a venue as massive as Stade de France shows just how serious their fan base in Europe really is. This isn't just about ticket sales numbers. It's about the long-term loyalty army around the world has built over so many years. For Jungkook personally, candid moments like this viral one are also part of how he keeps building a personal connection with his fans. Even though he's one of the most famous artists in the world, he's still known for being humble and approachable when meeting fans directly, even in moments that are supposed to be personal. And this matters, because in the entertainment industry, especially in K-pop, the relationship between an idol and their fans is one of the core foundations of long-term success. Idols who manage to keep that personal connection with their fans alive, even through small moments like a simple wave, tend to have a much more loyal and solid fan base compared to idols who come across as more distant. Alright ARMY, so that's the full rundown on the moment that got everyone talking after Jungkook was caught on camera by fans in Paris. From the details of the moment itself, to why he was there in the first place, to how fans around the world reacted, and the bigger picture around their upcoming show at Stade de France, which is shaping up to be one of the most historic moments in BTS's international career so far. If you're curious about the latest updates on BTS's schedule in Paris, or want more details on their show preparations, make sure to keep following this channel, because I'll keep bringing you every new development as fast as possible. And if you've got thoughts on this moment, drop them in the comments. Which candid moment like this has stuck with you the most? Or maybe you've got your own story about meeting a BTS member in person. Share it in the comments too. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, share it with fellow ARMY so more people can see it, and subscribe to this channel with notifications on so you never miss the next round of BTS updates. See you in the next video, ARMY. Stay healthy, stay excited, and keep supporting the BTS members every step of the way. See you next time.